Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Face-to-face classes won't be suspended despite COVID surge, Williams said. There will be no suspension of face-to-face classes in schools despite the current spike in COVID-19 cases, as the Health and Wellness Ministry has advised the Education Ministry to live with the virus. The disclosure was made by Favour Williams, who has portfolio responsibility for the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. We have been encouraged by the Ministry of Health and Wellness to live with this virus. They have been guiding us and guide the schools as well, said Williams. She was addressing a function at Port Henderson Primary School in Portmore, St. Catherine, to hand over hand washing stations on Friday. Since January, over 200 schools have resumed face-to-face classes, with many opting for an integrated approach of both the online and in-person modalities. However, since Jamaican's surge in COVID-19 cases, climaxing with 403 cases last Monday, several stakeholders in the education sector, including the Jamaica Teachers Association (JTA) and the National Parent Teacher Association (NPTA), has called for the suspension of classes at the physical school buildings. Instead of suspending the classes, the Education Minister informed that the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Jacqueline Bisorsa Mackenzie, and the e-COVID task force have developed more protocols to curtail any potential outbreaks at schools. It is there the Health Minister's indication that what we have been doing meets their requirement and that at this time there is no need to close our schools, Williams asserted. But she highlighted that the Health and Wellness Ministry has advised that the Education Ministry should look into the congregation or bundling of students at schools, especially after classes. And so they would like for us in the education sector to begin to look at that to see the streamlining of students leaving schools. So we have to put our heads together. It's not just about building additional waiting areas for the students, Williams shared. Among the ideas being examined, she said, are whether students should remain in classes at the end of the school day and are only allowed to leave in an orderly manner once their parents or guardians arrive to collect them. Jamaican boater rescued off Florida coast, search on for 6 others. The U.S. Coast Guard continued its search for 6 people Saturday, 3 days after their boat apparently capsized off Florida's Atlantic coast. The search began Friday morning when a boater rescued a Jamaican national who said 6 others were with him when their 18-foot vessel overturned on Wednesday, 23 miles offshore from Fort Pierce. They were en route for Benemy, Bahamas, according to the Coast Guard, but the agency did not mention where their boat was headed. The Coast Guard said it dispatched 3 cutters and an airplane to search the area. The rescued man was transported ashore for medical treatment. Manchester residents urged to access free COVID-19 testing. The Manchester Health Services (MHS) is urging residents in Manchester to accept free COVID-19 tests as the health team intensifies its fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. Parish manager for the MHS, Sandia Chambers Ferguson, explained that due to the increase in cases in the parish, the health team has been going to several high-risk communities to test residents and conduct sensitization sessions. She noted that the team also conduct door-to-door visits to engage householders and business owners and distribute information about the disease. Ferguson said that testing is offered daily at the Mandeville Comprehensive Clinic on Racecourse Road in Manchester and at the Christiana Health Centre in Christiana, Manchester, and every Tuesday and on first and third Thursdays from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Ferguson last week encouraged residents in the South Manchester community to access the free testing as health officials came out in Alligator Pond, Plowden and Cross Keys, resorts in South Manchester distributing masks and sanitizer, Chambers Ferguson explained. The parish manager said that during the 3rd week in February, the health team will be in communities of Prospect, Old England, and Albion in Manchester. She said residents will be notified as the team goes in the community to engage residents before they conduct the sensitization and testing sessions. Chambers Ferguson is appealing to residents to educate themselves about COVID-19, adding that it is important to get tested as soon as you begin to experience any of the symptoms associated with COVID-19, such as headache, fever, sore throat, cough, loss of taste, and nausea. 54-year-old drug smuggler ordered to fork out over $11 million to government. A 54-year-old St. James businessman convicted of drug smuggling charges 5 years ago has been ordered by the court to pay over Jamaica $11 million to the government within 6 months. Ewart Folder's trouble with the law started on February 7, 2014, when he and his wife were about to board a flight at the Donald Sangsters International Airport destined to Canada, according to the statement from the Financial Investigation Division, FID. The couple was later intercepted by members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force attached to the Transnational Crime and Narcotics Division, TCND. Following a detailed search of both persons, it was revealed that they were transporting cocaine wrapped in transparent plastic in concealment compartments under their outfits. A secondary operation was conducted on the same day at their place of residence, during which a refrigerator was searched and 3 parcels of cocaine was found along with local and international currency, US 1,000, Canadian 1,400, and Jamaican $28,000. The value of the cocaine from the airport and the refrigerator was estimated at approximately Jamaican 5.3 million, FID stated. The Fowlers were subsequently charged with possession of, dealing in, and attempting to export cocaine. On Friday, April 1, 2015, Fowler accepted responsibility for the full weight of the drugs and pleaded guilty to all charges while his wife was freed. No information was provided on details surrounding his sentence. However, the FID said it made an application in July 2015 for a committal order for Fowler to be committed to the St. James Circuit Court for a benefit hearing pursuant to Section 5 of the Proceeds of Crime Act, POCA. Forensic examinations subsequently calculated Fowler's benefit to be $14.9 million. The amount was challenged by Fowler's defense counsel, who claimed that his client was a mere carrier of the drugs and therefore did not obtain a benefit from the value of the drugs. But having heard all submissions in the case, Chief Justice Brian Skikes ruled on January 26 of this year that Fowler benefited from his general criminal conduct in the amount of $11.8 million. Skikes noted, however, that an amount of approximately $3.1 million represented legitimately earned funds from the convict's business. Upon the application of Fowler's attorney, an extension of 6 months was granted by the court to pay the sum of $11.8 million. In the event of failure to pay the sum within the specified time, Fowler is liable upon conviction to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 5 years. Additionally, he would be required to repay the entire sum plus an interest accrued. In response to the ruling, FDI's Director of Legal Services, Courtney Simit, said, "Oftentimes, the predicate offenses for which persons are charged are only the tip of the iceberg. There is more beneath the surface." He added, "We have discovered that defendants many times are a part of a criminal network or under the control of a mastermind whose identity they cannot reveal for fear of reprisal. In other cases, we see where they have tried to legitimize their ill-gotten gains with the assistance of other persons and/or businesses. Against that background, Simit advised persons to stay on the right side of the law. Under the Proceeds of Crime Act, you have better beware. It doesn't end when you serve your term of imprisonment or pay a fine. Your assets will be next," he warned. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.